Hello and welcome to Cutting to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben. As always, I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Alright.
Today we're going to talk about Project Bluebeam, probably a little bit pertinent in today's climate. You know, just throwing that one out there.
Revelations and all.
Yeah, we'll get to that shortly. I'll just read out some new returning listeners. Just want to say if you want to follow us on Facebook at Cutting to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse, listen to us on SoundCloud and most other podcasting platforms. It's Cutting to the Bull in the PTA, and if you want to give us a listen on YouTube instead, it's Apocalypse Bull. Thanks. Give us a listen, give us a like, give us a subscribe, message the page, let us know what you think. I'm down for it. Where shall I start? Flushing in New York, Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, Tel Aviv in Israel, Batam in Indonesia, Clearwater, Florida, Frankfurt am Main in Germany, Sydney in Australia, Stoke-on-Trent in the UK, Brussels in Belgium, Spring Valley, New York, Bengaluru in India, San Antonio, Texas in the UK, Edinburgh in the UK. Do we have many Scottish listeners usually, do we? Madrid, Spain, Ashburn, Virginia, Stevenage in the UK, and Guadalajara, Spain top. Thanks for listening. It's all appreciated, as I say. Tell a friend, tell your family, tell a loved one, tell your wank sock. As long as it's got an account, I don't care. Right, Project Bluebeam. Surgeman asked, his Project Bluebeam makes today's conspiracy theories look sane, according to some of this that I found.
He looks like Saddam.
He looks insane, I'll give him that. Old Surge, he does look a bit mad.
Not like Saddam, but he's got a bit of a Saddam look about
So the Saddam beard going on,
Yeah.
In all fairness, if it wasn't for his immaculately dyed hair, he would look like he's been in a fucking Iraqi rat hole for the last 6 months, evading US missions attempts to capture him.
Give him some slightly bushier eyebrows.
Mm.
And slightly older skin. That would be Saddam when he come out of the cave.
Well, in 1994, Surgeon asked, a writer and investigative journalist from Quebec, published an alleged manifesto of sorts, explaining the wild theory that Project Bluebeam is, and it has remained infamous in certain circles to this day. So, what is Project Bluebeam? Someone throw me something out.
It's a project about a beam.
As daft as you like. What do you think it is? It's just a blue beam.
It's a project about a beam that's blue. That's what I think it is.
Laser beam?
Yeah, that's what every time anybody mentions Project Bluebeam, that's what I see, like a big blue laser beam being shot into the sky, taking out the moon.
From what I believe, it is a conspiracy that the American government is trying to organise a fake alien invasion.
Manipulate,
Yeah.
maybe?
Amongst that, there's 4 parts.
In order to create a one world government, the globalists, as Alex would say.
It's basically
Oh,
going to
not
be...
those motherfucking globalists.
It's almost... I'm not that far off what some of the theories are of it, is it? It's a big laser pen that's going to create like a laser show in a roundabout
You are,
way.
in a way, yes, you are.
That's what I mean.
You are right.
You are right in what you're saying.
Yeah, it's going to involve the Antichrist somewhere. And
I've got nothing to do with this, I've told you before.
It's either going to be that or like it's some kind of alien invasion or something. There's going to be something along those lines.
Claire?
We're not going to get tripped up by some light show, are we? Crikey.
I love it, I love her confidence.
Well, let's hope not.
you'd think not.
Well, we won't, will we? Because we know about it. Those of us that are in the know will see it and go, fucking Bluebeam.
Yeah, you're fucking
And
getting
then
us.
we all start getting butt fucked by real aliens. And then, oh, bollocks! It was a conspiracy. This is really happening. Oh, shit.
Stranger, you went straight to the probing. So, what is Project Bluebeam? According to Surgeon Ask, the 4-step project designed by NASA and the UN would allow these organisations to accomplish what he believed to be their ultimate goal of creating a new age religion led by the Antichrist in order to start a new world order dictatorship, damn it!
Whoa.
Thing is, there are people that believe this shit.
I'm down for half of it.
What, the Project Bluebeam or the
Antichrist, all
coming?
this stuff, and
So if you put that on there's going to be enough people that believe it to create absolute mass fucking panic, hysteria, following, herding. It's like sheep herding, isn't it?
Well, yeah, if you
follow and
if you need that in your life, then you're going to go for it, aren't you? But
But
what we're
if you've
forgetting
got-
is that the mind control comes into this later on as well.
But if you've got enough people that see it and believe it, say, I don't know, a third of the world's population saw it and believed it, because on some level they believe in, they are religious on some way, and they believe that there is an apocalypse, blah, 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 blah. So I reckon a third of the world is not an unrealistic figure for believers. So, a third of the world, it's not an unrealistic figure for believers.
No.
it'd be a bit under that, wouldn't it? There's 1 billion Christians, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's just Christians. You got fucking how many Muslims? How many
Billion Muslims
how many,
ish, isn't there?
Everyone else there is. They all believe in some kind of apocalypse of some sort and things like that, don't they? They all believe in that.
I'm not sure.
Well, look, the mind control's going to come into it, so that's where it's going to... It doesn't mean you've got faith, the mind control's kicking in.
Well, this is it.
And the
so
symptoms.
the people with faith, whatever their faith, are more likely to believe these angels coming down, the Antichrist, blah blah blah. They're more likely to believe that fucking if it's in their eyes, if they're seeing it. So
They believe it without seeing it,
gonna-
doesn't really matter. They're predisposed to believe it.
Yeah,
that's
so a massive majority of that figure is going to straight away be on board. Then you're going to have a large proportion of non-religious people. So you could probably get half of the world's population believing it if they saw it straight away. Then you'll get people following. People will start believing because they believe. It's like, well, if you fucking believe it, I should start believing it.
Look, every single atheist is going to double guess themselves, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden there's a fucking Jesus in the sky.
Yeah.
So every single atheist is going to go,
Well, no, Jesus, this
Fuck me,
is it?
maybe
This
I'm
is-
wrong.
This is the Antichrist, and
Well, whatever
he has to
form
rule for
this
7
happens,
years, doesn't he? Isn't it?
no, because we're not going to biblical prophecies
It's
here.
one hell of a laser show, isn't it? A 7-year-long laser show.
No, that's just to usher it in.
Yeah.
We're not going down complete biblical prophecy here. We're
Oh,
going.
right.
They're using the Antichrist to start a new world religion, and that's of course because we are, and then we got the 7 years of.
Well, that's what I thought. But
Living in servitude or some bullshit before then
Jesus comes back and saves us all,
and-
yeah.
But either way, I think if that did happen, there'd be it would create absolute chaos.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Absolute.
Well, that's what they want, isn't it, in this scenario?
chaos. So there's enough of people like us with realistic.
We'll be outnumbered,
minds and
mate.
Views to. Yeah, I know that's the problem, isn't it?
I'd be pretty disappointed if there was no aliens. Up in the end, you'd be like, what the fuck?
NASA would implement Project Bluebeam, and NASA believed, with a system of advanced mind control, as well as top secret technology, top secret, developed by
Top man.
top men, in order to trick everyone into believing there'd been a second coming of sorts. But first, step 1 of Project Bluebeam would involve the manufacture of artificially created earthquakes in strategic locations around the world. These earthquakes would, according to the conspirators' hoaxes, unearth artefacts, indicating that the religious doctrines of all nations have been misunderstood for centuries, thus discrediting all religions. So basically what they're going to do is the earthquakes in certain locations. Exactly. They're going to find the original copy of the Bible, the original copy of the Quran, the original copy of the Talmud, the Torah, the original copy of the Hindu book, right, and the Sikh book. And he's going to say, "Dear Candy, all those characters written in this book are fiction, this book should not be taken seriously."
Red Dwarf.
That's what it is. It's got to be. But by the way, this other chap, he's alright. He's the one you want to worship. So I'm thinking of it like the start of The Exorcist. When he starts off with that archaeologist doing that dig.
In like the desert.
And he finds a statue, he's like, I'm thinking that, like they find some statue and it's got the one true God written underneath it or something like that.
And it's the guy that's being beamed down that we see.
Yeah, that's the one we see. This image goes out, it all gets in our heads.
Vrillon. That's what it is.
Brilliant, maybe. Could be Thor. Could be some kind of weird demon. Could be a statue of me.
Could be Thanos.
Could be Thanos. Well, that wouldn't be so much fun because half of us would die. Well, there's a lot of people going to die. Doesn't really matter, does it? Between the AI and the aliens and the New World Order. Menast claimed that movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey had already laid the psychological groundwork for this step by presenting stories in which mysterious unearthed objects upend everything humans know about themselves and their world. So I guess if there's an earthquake and the ground cracks open and all of a sudden there's this
Black monolith.
black monolith, a previously undiscovered civilization, the ruins that predates all of our archaeology.
Statue of the one true God.
Yeah.
Which is Cthulhu.
Maybe.
Who are you going to be? The coon?
Who?
The coon. You know, it's in the
South Park episode.
South Park of it. That's so funny.
That's a great episode, that is, the whole arc. That's
hilarious.
So, first we have the artificial earthquakes. They're going to make us second guess our own, what we know about ourselves as a species.
Everything. Second guess everything, wouldn't it?
The second step, Surgeon has claimed, would involve a gigantic space show. During this stage of Project Bluebeam, three-dimensional optical holograms, as well as laser projections of holographic images, would beam across the sky. What would all these images include? Projections of Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, etc. will all merge into one.
But like Claire said, it just looks like a light show.
Yeah.
These are holographic images though, we're not talking laser beams in the sky, we're talking it's literally
So
Jesus is in the
sky,
clouds
yeah.
like that. Whatever Muhammad looks like, we'll never know until this day.
It's like Captain Planet or something, and they all come together.
Yeah, and then they'll all merge together into one super deity.
With Captain Pugwash as well, will he be there?
If there's enough people who worship Captain Pugwash, mate, he'll be there. Yoda appear in the sky for Mike.
Yeah, man.
The spaghetti monster.
The flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah, he'll be there. Cunt.
What's wrong with the flying spaghetti monster? Seriously, what's wrong with him? I love that thing. I love the Pastafarians.
So everyone will be able to see this then, yeah?
Yeah, it'll be in the sky everywhere around the
Looking
globe.
forward to it. I like a good laser show.
Well, think of it as, you know, when they did that hologram, they used to do them hologram tours where dead celebrities would be projected onto a screen on the stage.
A big version of that into the sky.
Yeah, think about that.
Well, obviously they've got the dome as a projection.
Oh, the dome, of course.
You know what I mean?
This is going to be so much easier with a flat Earth.
Well, what's the dome called again?
Firmament.
The firmament. Yeah, so that's not a problem. So it'll all just be projected onto the firmament.
Fortunately, Sergeant Ash wasn't a complete fucking moron and said they'll use space-based laser-generating satellites. So at least the Earth is round in this scenario.
Yeah. What was this? 90... What was this he was saying all this?
94, was it?
94. Okay, you think how early he's predicted the kind of technology that we do have now.
Jeez,
Yeah?
back then
Wow.
all they had was the bat signal.
No, you got Ronald Reagan and Star Wars.
That's the late 80s, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. He was planning on having space lasers. Then,
He was?
wasn't he? Yeah.
Allegedly to shoot down Russian ICBMs, but hey, a few tweaks here and there. Who knows? Thing is, the technology's there. Oh, it's certainly not far away.
What, killing lasers, like.
No, like they're creating these things in the sky.
Look what they do with drones.
Exactly.
But according to the whole sky is going to be transformed into one massive movie screen where the new god would speak to everyone in their own language.
Well, that's going to be a bit difficult.
Oh, I hope it's an alien god. We'll all be praying at altars to alien gods.
And what will non-believers see?
Was it the same thing?
We'll see exactly
We'll
what
see
everyone
what?
else
We'll
sees.
see Jesus.
Well, we'll see 5 dudes in the sky, like, holding hands.
No, we'll
and-
see a new god, they'll all merge into one.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, I don't know.
Jesus' head with Gandhi's flip-flop.
Gandhi's not a god.
The Buddha's gut.
Yeah.
Muhammad's beard.
Yeah.
How do you know he's got a beard, though?
That's true, we don't. I'd imagine he did have. Then again, I
I
wouldn't
bet
like,
he definitely had a moustache.
but then again, I wouldn't like to comment.
And Krishna's weird arms.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't that
Krishna's.
With
Vishnu.
with the snout
What,
of an
what about
elephant.
the elephant dude?
Christmas.
Snout of an elephant.
That's the one.
So it's got Jesus' hair.
Ganesh?
Yeah.
Jesus' hair. Ganesh's nose. How many arms? Who's the one with the arms?
Shiva?
That's it, Shiva.
Shiva. So she's got like 8 arms.
4 arms.
No, she's got 8.
4, I'm sure it's 4.
No, this one's got 8.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like the Uber God. It's come on.
I think it's just gonna merge into
It's
a
like
single
leveled
figure.
up.
There's like, yeah, it's leveled up. It's not.
Yeah, so instead of having 4 arms, it's got 8 arms.
No, it's.
There's 7 legs.
It's just gonna look like a
Well,
normal
we thought
dude, presumably. It's not gonna be some weird amalgamation of
Crab
man and
God.
animal.
We thought it was 7 legs. It was only 6. That middle leg wasn't a leg.
The Buddha's 40 chins.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it, man. It'll be a good.
It'll be a great show. You can't knock it.
People like us.
At least before,
bullshit.
at least before our enslavement into a new world order, we'll have a cracking light show. Third step is where mind control would take centre stage. Telephonic communication devices would send waves to reach each person within their own minds, convincing each of them that their own God is speaking to them from the very depths of their own soul, which I believe is the
6G.
666G.
Yeah.
Who's giving up on the punk crone or what?
I've got a like, really obvious kind of point here. Obvious to me, anyway. If this is something the government was planning, yeah, surely any information like this, be it conspiracy or not, would get fucking deleted before anybody sees it. Because obviously people like ourselves that have read this, and probably the millions and millions and millions of other people that have read about these kind of things, are going to be like, well, that's saved on my computer. I can fucking prove to everybody now this is bullshit. They said it was going to happen.
Yeah, but they just discredit them, don't they?
Now it's happened.
And then your phone starts transmitting a weird signal that basically just brainwashes you into believing it's true, regardless of what you've read. This guy's clearly a conspiracy theorist. Look what's happening in the sky. Kingsman.
You know what I mean? I just feel
It's the plot to Kingsman.
I just feel if it was going to happen, they'd be making sure we didn't fucking know about it beforehand.
The Kingsman movie, Samuel L. Jackson, billionaire scientist, decides that humans are a virus on the earth. We need to cut the population in half. So he gives everyone a free mobile phone SIM with like unlimited data, unlimited Wi-Fi usage, unlimited everything. It's free to use. It should be free for everyone. Problem is that SIM emits a signal which makes everyone start killing each other. Sends them into a berserk rage. Anyone who's got that phone near them goes into a berserk rage, just trying to start to kill everyone around them. It's basically that.
But make it so you believe in
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Maybe
So it's out there in media.
But if they've
Maybe
got
that's
that-
what the emergency signal thing was,
Yeah, it
really.
could be, yeah. But if they've got that, why not just brainwash us to worship the Antichrist, and then he have to go through all this bullshit?
Valid point, I guess, because it would take extra brainwashing to convince a truly hardcore believer that they should start
Yeah.
worshipping the Antichrist.
Like you say, atheists aren't going to be affected.
Well, I don't know, I'd think twice about it, but if I started seeing fucking religious deities in the sky,
Really?
well, I'd be like, well, fuck, look at that.
I reckon
Then you
Ben
just-
would join the Antichrist. He'd be like that.
I am the Antichrist, what are you on about?
I'm with you, bro.
It's going to convalesce into a picture of me in my Chem pose.
Jesus.
I'd be like, this is Project Bluebeam.
And the brainwashing will start, your phone will start transmitting that signal into your brain.
Throw it away.
This is everyone around you, it's all the phones, it's all overlapping signals.
Sure.
I ain't worshipping you.
No chance then, is there?
You wouldn't have a choice, you'd be brainwashed into doing it.
Slit my own throat for that happening.
Well, I'll pay a special visit to this flat after I've taken power and see if that's true. But no, the brainwashing will probably just words to be sat there in front of your shrine to me. You know, presumably.
For anybody who doesn't know Ben personally, you'll think he's joking.
I am joking. How would these rays be able to reach people's inner minds? Monast explained such rays from satellites are fed from the memories of computers that have stored massive data about every human on Earth and their languages. The rays will then interlace with their natural thinking to form what we call diffuse artificial thought.
This is where AI comes into it as well then.
And if you think about it, it says data stored about every human on Earth. They have got data about every human on Earth. Anyone who uses the internet
Yeah.
has left a digital footprint of themselves.
Yep.
All the cookies.
Yep.
Exactly.
All the
Nowadays you have to enable cookies, don't you?
CCTV cameras that capture you everywhere.
All of a sudden, half of it seems half plausible.
I don't know about the godly bit of it. I'm not
The
sure.
God rays that come into your head
Yeah, I'm
from the
not.
satellites.
You know, I suppose they've got to reach.
But if they've got alien technology,
everybody.
maybe.
Yeah.
They could well have alien technology. Grush could be right. Finally, the fourth step of Project Bluebeam would make use of various technologies in order to convince people that alien invasions and the rapture itself were taking place, thus making it easier for the powers to be to take control of a fear-addled populace. Manass said the NASA Bluebeam project is a prime directive for the New World Order's absolute control over the populations of the entire Earth. He said, "I would suggest you investigate this information carefully before dismissing it as a fanatic lunacy."
What are they going to do when they have got us?
Do their bidding, whatever that might be.
Live in poverty, working 16 hours a day to fund our masters.
Yeah. Well, nothing will change really, would it?
Human rights gone,
same
pollution
shit,
laws
different
gone. Assuming
things.
assuming that the New World Order is actually going to be a bad thing. You know, maybe it's going to be a good thing.
Maybe this is their way of doing this single world fucking everyone gets the same money, world living wage or whatever they call it. What's it called? Mike?
Universal.
Universal basic income.
That's it.
Maybe this will be their way of trying to create that then.
In many ways, it's kind of a great reset, but you're losing a significant chunk of the population.
Well, there has been a lot of talk about the Great Reset, isn't there?
There is.
And it's supposed to be coming any time.
Yeah, it's a load of bollocks though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. If you
Well, what
believe
they
it.
say it's meant to be anyway. It's,
Well, another one of the signs of the New World Order thing is a cashless society, which we're virtually at now.
I know, it's fucking scary. Not good. Not fucking wise.
I'm as guilty of it as anyone. I don't can carry cash anymore.
You need to start doing it. Otherwise, we are going to become a cashless society. If everyone starts doing that, we're fucked.
This is so convenient to use my phone and pay on that.
I know, but there's certain things you can't use your phone to buy, isn't there?
Not much.
There are
black market
certain
organs.
things.
That's what they
Well, I wasn't planning on buying any black market organs, Mike.
In case you were,
You're
advise
heading
take cash. You're not going to accept that.
you're heading down the right road, you just took a different path. Like, I'm talking more
Black
like...
market babies.
I'm talking more on the lines of people that like...
Adrenochrome?
People that like to smoke cannabis. People that...
The criminals in society, then.
People that like to fucking save money in their little pot at home because they'd rather have a bit of money in a pot at home for a rainy day, just in case. You know what I mean? It's all that stopped, but you won't be able to go buy a packet of weed from your dealer. You won't. There's lots of little things. And I
Car
know,
boot. You won't be going down in the
yeah,
old car
no little
boot.
old car boots anymore, or well, I suppose they'd just have a little car machine, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I'm more interested in how they're going to convince people the rapture's taking place.
Same holographic show, I guess.
Will it be like Star Trek? They start beaming up people so Clair will just
Well,
disappear.
no,
Yeah, presumably.
It starts holographic in the sky, but then obviously there's plants, isn't there? So there's
I think
plants.
it's
There's
vaporised people
explosions
from lasers from space. Everyone just thinks they've ascended.
Well, that'll be part of the holographs. That part of the
Just
holograms.
clothes are left behind like in War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
It would be part of the hologram show.
Yeah.
You'd see people getting
Yeah, it
beamed
just-
up in the sky, but they're not real people. They're holograms as well.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
And
Yeah.
you'd think they're real,
But it
and
would-
then all of a sudden Doris down the road has disappeared because the government's come in and fucking snatched her away. And you think, no, if they're planning this, they're going to fucking do it, aren't they? So the only way to do it, you've got all this shit going on in the sky, all the holograms, they've got to make it realistic. So you've got to have ground force that's actually carrying out certain tasks
Yeah, but you
to make it look realistic.
Well, this van is going around snatching up people.
You
off
could just
the
do it on a
street.
busy street in the daytime when no one knows each other, don't you?
How else are they going to do it?
Granny snatchers.
Grand Force Granny Snatchers.
Yeah, but how else are they going to convince the public that something's actually happening?
Because you do it at a fucking sporting event or on a busy street in a major city, all of a sudden these hologram projections of people just start popping up. It's all captured on CCTV.
Yeah, but
It's all
nobody's
captured
ever...
on television camera.
Yeah, but nobody's reported missing in the world.
Doesn't matter. You put plants out there, you spread misinformation.
Nah.
You say, oh yeah, so and so, these people.
Seriously?
Get crisis actors in.
If they're going to do it, they have to do it properly, and the only way they do it properly is with black flagging.
So they're going to execute Doris up down the street in a
No,
top secret
but
site,
but
and then rapture a hologram.
no, you know, black flagging, isn't it? That's the right word, isn't it?
I've not heard that one.
No, what's that fucking one where you bomb your own fucking country to make it look like
False
some...
flag.
False flag.
False flagging, not black flag. I'm thinking of bloody
That's a punk
Assassin's Creed.
In the 80s, isn't it? Black flag.
Assassin's Creed as well. But no, false flagging, isn't it? So there'd have to be an element of that in there to
So-
make it believable.
3 a.m, unmarked cars screech into Doris's ground floor flat, break in silently, black bag over her head, zip tie on her wrists, in the back of a van, away.
Yeah,
Doris is replaced by effectively an NPC hologram,
yeah.
a non-playable character. You see her now and again, potter in the garden, and she's, hello dearie, lovely weather we're having, and then she just totters back into the house and vanishes.
No, it would all happen on the day.
Like an
it's happening.
NPC from a computer game.
No, on the day it's happening, it would all happen because
Yeah, but
everyone
then-
else's attention would be fucking looking at what's happening.
Sky.
So there'd be like a
No,
little
they knew God in
fucking.
the sky, yeah.
There'd be little fucking secret forces around doing little things to make it realistic. There'd be like planting explosives or something. I don't know. What it depends what they want to fucking do with it, don't they? They might want to open up a crack in the fucking floor, so they plant some explosives to open up a crack. Special effects like you would in a fucking movie, but on a bit of a grander scale.
Imagine the Americans all fucking shooting at it.
Yeah.
They would be. But
They've got some kind of force field. Doesn't seem to be doing
Americans will
anything.
shoot into a hurricane. They'll shoot at a new god in the sky.
Get the nuke out.
Well, never mind the rapture. What about the alien motherships that are coming over all the major cities?
Yeah, well they're fucked because the Americans are just going to shoot at them straight away, aren't they?
Well,
So
yeah.
they best not
Not when they
mess with America.
turn up over Britain. What are you going to do? Throw rocks at them?
No, we'll throw our knives at them.
I was going to throw it high enough.
If we can see them through the fucking clouds.
That's a good point, actually.
Won't work in
But
Britain.
by the time we can see them, we'll be able to punch them. Because they'll be that close. By the time they get out of the clouds, like, oh shit, they're here! Ah! But no, I do think if they were going to do it, they'd have to make it believable, and they'd have to have some kind of ground force that creates actual things that have happened. Otherwise, who's going to believe it? If you just see this big thing in the sky, it's like, well, yeah, but what's it doing? Well, come on, smite me then. Oh, it's not. Oh, well, what's
So
But if they have
you're going to
got
start
aliens-
waving your dick at the god in the sky going, smite me, you fucking shoving a banana up your arse.
Yeah!
While wanking. You go,
Yeah.
smite me!
Maybe not banana, but or the wanking bit, but certainly, I don't know. You'd be testing the limits. You'd be testing the boundaries, wouldn't you, to see if it's real? But if nothing was actually happening of consequence, you wouldn't believe it, would you?
Oh
People
no.
were disappearing. Explosions were happening. You're going to start shitting your bricks. I'm picturing that film with all the stars in it, End of Days or whatever it was, with Jonah.
No, not end of days. This is the end.
This is the end. That's the one.
That's
I'm kind
pretty
of picturing that. So being almost not maybe not to that extent, but something along those lines, gently
Yeah.
being recreated. Because otherwise, how would you believe it?
Mind control and holograms.
Yeah.
Aside from the main thrust of Project Bluebeam, other elements of the theory remain noteworthy, especially for conspiracy theorists. Like I said earlier, cashless society. One component includes the phasing out of cash. Manass said the plan would be executed after a financial crisis. Not a complete crash, he said, but enough to allow them to introduce some kind of in-between currency before they introduce their electronic cash to replace all paper or plastic money.
Well,
That's-
we don't even need that. We're doing that now, so...
Yeah, but like I say, he said it's going to happen.
I know, yeah, but it's happening now.
Yeah, well it is. Then there's a disputed story of Manas's death. Surprisingly, he's dead. Details about any facet of his life are both scarce and in dispute. It has been reported that he died of a heart attack without having any previous heart problems. And one of the methods of killing supposedly used by Project Bluebeam was artificially created heart attacks.
Heart attack gun.
Heart attack gun?
Pops your heart, like.
Does it
Boils your heart.
shoot
Apparently
a
they say
chemical
got
into
it.
it, or is it that stimulates a heart attack, or is it a guns in, boom, gun?
No, it stimulates the heart attack somehow. Apparently, allegedly.
Fires some kind of wave that speeds the heart up into having a cardiac arrest, maybe. Wouldn't surprise me if they had it.
Well, you could do that sort of thing, like a defibrillator, you know,
Defibrillator.
Say it again.
defibrillators.
That's better.
Did I add an L?
Defibrillator.
There's also the claim that the night before his death, Manas's children, who were homeschooled, were abducted and placed in a state school before Manas was arrested. He spent the night in jail, and his children weren't heard from again, some claim. If you believe that, or if you believe any of this, then the final line of Serge Manas's Project Bluebeam manifesto will certainly ring true. To quote him, "No one is safe in a totalitarian police state."
No, that he's right.
Well, apart from the
People who run the police.
yeah, they're pretty safe.
Oh, I don't know. I'd imagine. But who's to say this is going to be a bad New World Order? Why can't it be a benevolent New World Order after all this? Maybe life will get better. You know, who
Have
knows?
the elites giving you any indication that things are going to get better, things are going to change for the good?
Well, I
No.
think New World
Wishful
Order.
thinking, it really.
But
isn't it?
who's to say if you got a good? I mean, all I'm trying to say is
Yeah, it's,
maybe not in this. If you had a good New World Order, right, where we all voted on shit on your telly, there's a vote time. You press your little fingerprint scanner on the thing, on the remote, like my iPad does, and you can cast your vote on important issues. You know, do a New World Order like that. That'd be fantastic.
That
you
could
can't
be
even do it.
corrupted.
You can't even get countries to do that.
No, you can't, and that's the problem.
Psychopaths that won't let us.
That's no way to talk about Rishi Sunak. Oh yes, it is.
When I think about the words New World Order, I think about sort of like Star Warsy, you know, the dark
Yeah,
side,
the
the
Empire.
Empire, basically. Yeah.
It's weird because I immediately go to the seminal wrestling stable of Hulk Hogan, Razor Ramon, and Kevin Nash.
That's what you think about.
Yeah, New World Order,
Oh.
NWO, yeah. That's the first thing I think of. And there was the Ronald Reagan speech about the New World Order, isn't there?
Yeah,
He mentioned it.
and
I
Bush.
think they need a
Oh, it was Bush. Not
Both.
Was it both? Sorry, Claire, go
I
on.
think the New World Order needs a real light and fluffy logo.
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah.
A pink grasshopper.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's not so fluffy, but it's definitely.
NWO.
New World
What about
Order.
just using Hulk Hogan? He's still alive.
Barely.
He's going strong as a Hulkster. What if all they all what if all the holograms merge into Hulk Hogan? And I Am a Real American plays? There's a religion I can get behind.
I'd rather it be Arnie.
Or Arnie. I'm open to our Lord and Saviour Arnie.
Yeah.
I'd follow Arnie.
Yeah,
Think so.
I'd follow
Yeah.
Arnie.
I think it was Jimmy Savile. I'm back.
Oh no! Everyone hide the kids!
Now then.
Subjects.
Oh no, we're going to be ruled by Jimmy Savile as the Antichrist. I'm done sucking cock in hell, I've come back up. I'm here to rule you all.
Jingle
What about Lou Ferrigno?
What, the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah. He's a cool dude, and he's still a cool dude.
Yeah,
He's what?
alright. I've got no issues with him. I mean, I'd rather have Arnie.
Yeah.
Maybe both of them together, they could be like a joint. They could be like a. tag
Yeah, but
team.
Arnie would just take over that because he's taller than him. Much
No,
taller.
he's not.
He is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's 6'2".
Arnie's a lot taller than Lou Ferrigno. He used to mock Lou Ferrigno about all the time.
So,
Yeah.
do you think it's a possibility that Grush is a plant in order to make us believe this fake alien invasion?
Oh.
No, because Grushy's talking about, you know, the intelligence that they've got from crashed.
Yeah, what if he's lying just to pave the way for this fake alien invasion that's going to usher in the New World Order?
You love this psyop thing. You're going to admit the guy's fucking telling the truth. He's talking, saying we've got recovered alien craft. You it's a psyop. It's a psyop. It's definitely a psyop.
I never said that.
You've
I have
mentioned
never
the fact
said
that-
it's definitely a
You,
psyop.
all right,
I've
well
never
you've said a lot about
No,
it.
I've
Could be a
suggested-
psyop. Could be a
No, well, you've got to say, you've got to.
It's plausible.
I mean, if anything, I think it's a psyop to get more money for the fucking Pentagon. If anything,
So they can write off their
Yeah, but they can't because that stuff's
millions.
it's going to Congress. So we're going to say to the Pentagon, "You've been really bad boys. Why are you hiding this stuff from us? Is that where all your money's going?"
no. But then they say, look, the aliens are coming. We need to build up the defences.
And they say, "Well, what the fuck did you tell us about this before?"
Well, we couldn't. You don't think it was $50,000 for a hammer, do you?
I love it. $30,000 for a toilet seat.
That's the one.
What's that from?
Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love Claire dropping Independence Day quotes. I wouldn't want to be in the welcome wagon though. Who fucking volunteers for that?
Psycho 1.
Yeah, that's probably his call sign, you're right. No, we can't call you Psycho 1, you've got to be welcome wagon for this one.
3 inches taller than Arnie, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah, 6'5" Lou Ferrigno. now.
Oh, he's 6'7".
6'2".
Oh, he's
He
tall.
shrank.
6'2". Arnie's always been 6'2".
Have you checked Arnie's height out?
Yeah, 6'2".
I'm sure he's taller than that.
No, I always remember he was 6'2" because I think my dad. I just remember my dad saying about him being 6'2" once when I was a kid. Like,
Is that what you're basing this on? Have you actually researched
I've
it?
just looked it up. I've just researched it.
Your
there.
dad telling you Arnie was
He
6'2" and you're 5 doesn't constitute research, Pete.
But he was fucking spot on because I looked it up and he's 6'2".
Right,
186 centimetres.
Alright.
Yeah,
But either way,
6'5".
So I'm having wrong. Either way, that documentary about him on Netflix is actually really good.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
It's very good, very good.
I am going to watch that.
Well, fucking, you can't believe how driven that guy is. I mean, you know he's driven, but you think, fuck me, this guy is like
Have you ever watched the other
Fair
one
play
with
to
Arnie?
pumping iron.
Pumping
Yeah.
Iron.
They all
He's-
said he'd never make an actor. didn't
The
they?
way he used to do
Yeah,
things.
but he said, I don't want to be an actor, I want to be a star.
Well, he phoned his grandma up, didn't he? Before his Mr. Universe or whatever it would have been that he won. Well,
Yeah,
whatever
Mr.
it
Universe.
was. He won it. He phoned his grandma up before it with the other guys in earshot and said, "I just want to tell you, I've won. I won. I'm Mr. Universe."
But in Austrian.
Yeah, but he hadn't even.
German.
It hadn't even happened yet. But he was that confident, but he was also doing it to psych the other fuckers out, and he won it. And he reckons it was all. It's the way he psyched people out. He was brilliant. He used to mess with other people.
He
He
did loads
moved
of
their
stuff.
clothes and things like that in the locker rooms where these guys would have such a stringent routine that he just like put something slightly out of place just to piss them off and annoy them, so they weren't 100% on it.
He had this one on stage, he was his closest rival, and they're all he's like flexing, and they're both flexing and throwing the poses. Like getting the back going and doing all the grunting, doing it. And then he turns to this guy and goes, "Yeah, I think that's enough." And the guy goes, "Yeah, alright." And he walks off stage and Arnie stands there and sort of puts his arms in there and says, "Where's he gone? He's left." And he won.
He's a genius, isn't he, really? Arnie, in lots of different
Yeah,
ways.
I've never seen a man so motivated. He actually inspired me a little bit. He was that motivated. Enough of that. Right, Project Bluebeam. I think 2 out of the 4 are fucking coming true. We got the US have been shooting down fucking unidentified objects, weren't they? Earlier this year, shooting down balloons.
Yeah, what's that got to do with?
Well, it's setting the stage, isn't it? These things are coming in our airspace. We're shooting them down.
They've always been in our airspace.
Bit of soft disclosure with
Ours
the
is in
Pentagon
theirs.
and that, saying that there's a chance there's a mothership on the edge of our solar system.
So step 1 is the manufacture of artificially created earthquake.
Can be done, but not on a fucking. It can be done.
Well, this is where it has a link with
They
heart.
can't fracking.
Is it heart?
The harp thing, it can be done, but it takes a lot of time to do, and effort and energy.
And that's just to release these religious doctrines that discredit all the religions.
Yeah.
Which
That's a lot of effort.
it is, isn't it?
But then again, at the same time, this is a lot of effort. Full stop. It's a big effort, and it's a big effort project.
The second step is the space show.
I can believe we've got the tech to do that.
That's where all our taxpayers' money's really going, isn't it?
I could believe we have the tech to do that.
We have the new God speaking to us.
I don't know about the language thing, but I definitely think we can project something in the sky.
Oh, 100%.
What, over the whole of the UK?
Over the whole of the world. I think if
The whole of the world?
if the satellites are in place, right, and they were specifically designed for that job, I think we have the technology to do that now. If they put the planning in to build these satellites and put them up there.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a hologram, isn't it? Are people going to believe it's the real Jesus, the real Muhammad, the real Buddha?
Well, that's where the mind control comes in.
Ah, yeah, that's step 3. The mind control to convince you what you see is real.
Your mobile phone starts giving off that signal. You start thinking it's true. It affects your brain. On the day, you might go, "That's bollocks," and then 2 hours later, your phone kicks off for that signal. Oh yeah, of course it is. Must follow that new God in the sky.
And then the 4th step is the fake alien invasion and the fake rapture.
I mean, alright, that may not be true, but but they're shooting down unidentified objects. It's setting the scene for it, isn't it?
To be fair, I like raptors. They're always my favourite dinosaurs, so I'm quite happy.
You just put your hand out.
Yeah,
That's enough to tame a raptor, isn't it?
Yep.
Any dinosaur, in fact, just put your hand out in front of it.
That's fine.
Any wild animal?
Any wild animal. That's what Jurassic Park's taught me.
You only need 2 fingers. If you do the old crocodile Dundee.
Oh yeah, yeah. But no, that's only on alligators. I know they're
And
technically.
dogs.
And dogs.
All right.
Did it on a Rottweiler.
He did.
Well, Rottweiler's ain't the brightest.
He
I'll
did
give
the
them that.
second one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was it a cute Rottweiler?
It was either
Yeah,
it was
or
either a
Doberman.
Rottweiler or a Doberman, or a few. No, it might have been a few Dobermans
I think it was
actually.
Dobermans, yeah.
Well, that works for dogs and alligators, even though alligators are technically dinosaurs. But for proper dinosaurs, cloned dinosaurs, it's the full hand.
No, I'm
It's
sticking
the full
with-
hand.
You only need to pull Hogan 2 finger special.
One in the pink, one in the stink.
Yeah.
Is that the Paul Hogan 2-finger special? He's an Aussie.
Oh, one in the pink and one in the stink. Bloody great, mate.
Does it because it looks like a crocodile's? Look at the nose and the mouth. And he does that.
That's not a knife.
That's my cock.
This is a knife.
Are we buying it or not?
Nah.
You know what? I can believe that some elements of it are coming true. That's the thing.
I'd like to see it in a way because it'd be fucking hilarious. Because it's like, come on, do you really think there's that many gullible people in the world? I don't think there is.
Have you been on the internet recently? There's loads of gullible people in the world.
I know, but I just think the masses. I think we're intelligent enough not to fall for. Unless they start doing, like I said, stuff on the ground as well that makes it realistic.
You have to do the special effects. I'll give you that.
If there's more
You
than
forget it's a mind control.
But then the mind control kicks in.
yeah, well, who knows then?
You might be looking at it going, you're watching like a street in London erupt into hellfire while a god looks down from the sky going, that's the worst CGI I've ever seen. That's worse than Phantom Menace now. That's awful. And then all of a sudden your phone starts telling you this is the best thing you ever watched and it's all true.
So, really, the episode that we've just done is completely null and void because if this does happen, we've all got no choice but to believe
yeah,
it.
pretty much.
So what are we chatting about? You know what I mean? What was the point? Because we've got no control over it. We're going to see it, even if we don't believe it. Within a few moments, we'll be believing it. So
Yeah,
we'll be
that's
none
the
the
end.
wiser.
And then we get the human, then we get the rapture, then we get the alien invasion. And then what's left of us ends up slaving for the elites.
Well, it won't matter because we'll be under mind control, so it won't matter anymore. We won't be me. You won't be you.
Yeah.
What would be the point? Might as well just kill ourselves now.
Let's not do that.
I'm joking.
only
I'm
got-
joking.
We've only got to endure it for so long. I think it's 7 years, and then Jesus comes back.
if the biblical prophecy itself, Mike, isn't a psyop.
Oh yeah.
So we're like, oh man, I can't wait for the next 7 years will be alright, just gotta get through this in 7 years, be fine. And then we're all waiting there, dressed in our Sunday best, whatever rags we've accumulated. you know, are made into fashion into some kind of suit, and we're all stood on the hill waiting, and nothing happens, and then we realise it's forever, forever, forever.
Yep. Future of humanity is... Was it a jackboot on the throat of humanity forever?
Yeah, the scaled jackboot, baby.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, it's all like threads.
Well, this has been a really happy one, this episode, isn't it? We're all fucking doomed.
It's like the end of Threads, isn't it? Just toiling in the sun and getting cataracts and cancer off the sun, doing medieval farming all day, 12 hours until you get home, and you're so traumatised you have nothing to say to any of the kids. You've got managed to find the energy and enthusiasm to fuck into existence. And then they just grow up to be fucking idiots who can barely speak because no one's talking because they're all too traumatised.
It's either that or we're going to go the way of idiocracy.
Yeah.
So we are pretty doomed either way.
I'm sure the human spirit will put us through eventually.
We'll be working for the anarchy in their gold mines.
And there is that, man. So many. The future's so fucking bright, isn't it? Because why is there no happy conspiracies? Why is the one that says, "Don't worry, guys, this, and this will happen. Everything will work out just fucking fine."
In 10 years' time, we're all going to be living like millionaires.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice conspiracy, wouldn't it?
Why isn't that there? I'm going to write a happy conspiracy theory. I'm going to make it my mission. We're going to do an episode on it. And I'm
The
going to
royal
write it.
family are really Care Bears. They're not reptilians. They're
Well, no,
Care
that's more
Bears.
worrying because then there's a race of fucking mutant bears roaming the planet that aren't using their powers for good at all.
They made that well,
Yeah.
haven't they?
They've been told
Just
not
like
to
the
intervene.
money in the offshore accounts, they did it well.
They've been told they're not allowed to intervene, just oversee.
You know, that's my mission. I'm going to invent a happy conspiracy theory. And on that bombshell, let's call it a night. I've been Ben. Thank you for listening. Don't drink the flavour aid. Don't join a cult.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
And I've been Claire, thanks for listening. Keep an open mind, but not so open that it spills out your ears.
And I've been Pete. Have a nice week. I am still Pete, by the way. I'm not just being Pete. I am Pete.
Well, maybe not much longer once the mind control kicks in.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, I am Pete. Take care, guys.
That's one control Pete.
Mm-hmm.